Hi, welcome to Foodie. Today we're going to make, actually it can either be a side dish or a main course, depending on how you make it. It's going to be a broccoli cheese casserole for the side dish, and if you want to make it a main course, we're going to throw some chicken in this one. So it'll be broccoli chicken and cheese casserole. So let's get started. Okay, so we've got a big pot of boiling water, salted water. I've got about 3 cups of broccoli. I bought the broccoli heads, crowns, and I broke them into little small pieces. It's probably about 3/4 of a pound, maybe a little bit less than that. So what we're going to do, and this is fresh broccoli, so what we're going to do is put that in the salted boiling water for about 3 minutes, just to get them nice and tender. If you're not using chicken, use 6 cups of broccoli. So we blanched the broccoli for about 3 minutes. I want to pour this into a strainer, colander, and then immediately put it into a bowl of ice water, because we want to stop that from cooking. We don't want it to get too mushy. So we'll let that cool off, and then we can start making our cheese sauce. All right, so now we'll make our cheese sauce. I got a saucepan here. I've got a 1/2 stick of butter. That's, I believe, 1/4 cup. We're gonna melt it. And then I have a 1/2 cup of finely chopped onions. I'm gonna pour that in the butter, and we'll saute that for about 4 minutes till the onions are nice and tender. Okay, the onions have sauteed for about 3 minutes. And in the meantime, I've taken the broccoli out of the ice water and I'm letting it dry off in a colander. And what we'll do to make sure it's nice and dry, we'll pat it dry with a paper towel just to make sure it doesn't get too watery, the casserole. Okay, so to make our little cream base to the butter and onion, we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of flour. You can do that a little slow. As you know, you always use equal amounts of butter and flour. Okay, we've got that flour nice and smooth, no lumps. And I've got my burner on like medium-low. Now you can add 2 cups of milk. I'm going to use 2 cups of heavy cream just to get this a nice thick cheese sauce. Heat this up till it gets nice and thick, and of course keep stirring so that it doesn't burn. We can add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, and about a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. All right, so this is getting a little thick. So now we can start adding the cheese. I have 2 ounces of softened cream cheese, 2 cups of your favorite grated cheese. I'm using a Mexican style blend. We'll keep stirring this till it gets all nice and melty and thick. Just get it to the consistency that you like. I poured in there maybe a 1/4 cup. I have almond milk here, so that's even more liquidy than regular milk. And then what I'm going to do is add a nice dollop of sour cream. maybe a half a cup. So we'll get this all heated up. I'm going to add my broccoli back into the to a nice sized bowl. I'm going to spray casserole dish. What do I have here? I have a 2.5 quart casserole dish. Spray it with cooking spray. Let's go ahead and add in chicken. I got 2 chicken breasts here that I've already pre-cooked. Mix this up a little bit. All right, what I'm gonna do on the cheese sauce, I forgot, I'm gonna add, just as optional, some crushed red pepper. I'm gonna put maybe a teaspoon, just because we like things a little on the spicy side. Okay, now take the cheese sauce and we'll pour it on top of the chicken and broccoli. We'll try to coat all the sides of these. All right, so we'll pour this now into our casserole baking dish. Kind of flatten it out. And I save back some of this sauce for some nacho chips later on. Okay, so for the topping, before we put it in the oven, I really love panko crumbs, Japanese panko crumbs. What I have here is I think it's a half a cup of panko crumbs and a half a cup of Cheez-Its, finely smashed. So I'm gonna kind of mix them up and use a little bit of both. I don't know if I'm gonna need all of this, so I'm just gonna do it slow. All right, so we got the oven preheated to 375. I'm gonna put it in there for about 45 minutes and we'll be ready to eat. Okay, pulled it out of the oven. Looks fantastic. I'm gonna let it sit just a little bit so it'll be easier to serve. It smells delicious too. All right, we'll serve a little bit of this. I thought the cheese was going to be too thick, but actually this is just very nice. All right,
Sounds good.
Okay, let's try it. Hot. It's too hot to taste. It's very good. Let me get some of these good cracker crumbs on top.
Of course, hot.
Mm-hmm. I definitely like the mixture of Cheez-Its and the panko crumbs. Yeah, really good, excellent. And I can taste a little bit of the red pepper flakes in there, so I really enjoy that part of it. Let's let Catherine try. Careful.
Good. Hot. It's hot.
Yeah. You know, that was one of my favorite recipes I think I've made. It was very good. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to Foodie right over there. And thank you very much.